Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War Warhammer 3 speculation video. Today's topic is a bit different to our usual video. What can Total War Warhammer 3 learn or take from Total War 3 Kingdoms? So without further ado, let's begin. First we'll talk about something that was actually mentioned by Total War staff during a live stream. That is the duel system. They've said that they're still somewhat undecided if duels will make it into Total War Warhammer 3. To be honest, this is something that I'd really like to see implemented into the game. The duel system is quite incredible and you can have a lot of fun with it too. You can even recreate sections of the lore that might be somewhat special to you. Now finally you could actually have your proper assassin kitted out hero to be able to do damage against another hero that you were targeting without having to worry, for example, of that horde of zombies splitting up both of the heroes. This has actually happened to me many times where I've had two heroes dueling it out, and then a random unit went through and the pathfinding just kind of messed up a little bit. It's thematically and visually impressive. Just imagine, for example, Karl Franz and Archeon the Everchosen spotting each other on the other side of the battlefield, dropping whatever they were doing and only focusing on their target. All while their respective armies attempt to keep their enemies occupied to keep their lord safe from any dishonorable combat. I have a decent amount of hours on 3 Kingdoms myself, and to be honest I think the main reason I keep going back to the game is actually because of the duels. But let's move swiftly on to something quite large and definitely needs to be not only in Total War Warhammer 3, but all future Total War games. The diplomacy system in Total War games have always been rather lacking, where in most cases you're actually guessing if you can get a trade agreement, peace agreement, or a non-aggression pact. Total War 3 Kingdoms actually changed this quite a bit, where essentially it had a bit of a marker which told you how far off you were actually from getting this agreement, and also the make this work thing is actually great. I also understand this can also be seen a bit like hand-holding, and maybe there can be a system where you can choose before you start your campaign to actually have this on or off. It just makes your life a little bit easier. I sometimes spend more time on the diplomacy screen than I actually do doing my standard turn stuff. Now we'll move on to the campaign system. The Total War 3 Kingdoms campaign for each of the playable factions is quite good, to be honest. It gives you the option of going either in your own specific story or following the campaign. The element of choice is great there. You can either follow the campaign fully or break off whenever you feel like you need to. Yes, the Total War games can be seen as a series of Sandbox games, but a little bit of narrative goes a long way, especially in a fantasy universe like Warhammer. The current quest system in Total War Warhammer is, there to just unlock weapons, armor, and items? That's it? So a little bit of an overhaul there would be fantastic. It doesn't have to be fully voiced and stuff like that, just basic text with a bit of a narrative focus goes a long way. Region trading would be nice, but with a few restrictions. It obviously can't be the same way as Total War 3 Kingdoms or other Total War games have done, considering the fact that many of these races will never actually go into open diplomacy with each other. So for example, there are 2 alignments, well technically 3 alignments within Warhammer Fantasy: Order, Destruction, and Neutral. What I'm proposing here is that we can see Bretonia trade with the Empire, the Dwarves, and the High Elves in terms of region, but not with, say for example, the Orcs, the Skaven, and so on. Those would have to trade amongst themselves. So the Skaven would be able to trade with the Dark Elves, with the Orcs, but that's pretty much it. They can't trade with any Order factions. Maybe the Ogre Kingdoms could be able to trade with everyone because they're considered a actual true neutral race, being one of those very few races that openly work with anyone who's willing to pay for them. However, the Tomb Kings on the other hand should not be able to trade regions with anyone barring other Tomb Kings. They are too proud to trade with other races, they're lesser than them. I know this is asking for a lot, so it's probably not going to get implemented, but a guy can dream, can't he? But once we're on the topic of region trading, can we just jump back to diplomacy just a little bit? There needs to be a lore-friendly overhaul. I've seen Deathmaster Snitch ally with Thorgrim Grudgebearer way too many times, and I'm talking military alliance. This should never happen. While horrendously and hilariously funny and broken as this may be, it can get kinda annoying. I know obviously there are mods for this, but I'd like to see this being implemented by Creative Assembly themselves. Seeing as I'm making many out there requests, Total War 3 Kingdoms has banners. I mean, yeah, banners. Loads and loads of banners. 4 command groups, please, musician and all. I'm sure that's a definite never gonna happen, but I can put it out there. Maybe someone with Creative Assembly will see this and probably lose their mind, considering this would probably be the 50 millionth time they've seen the request for banners. The biggest thing for me would be having 2 separate modes for the game, Lore mode and Sandbox mode. Sandbox mode would work exactly how it's doing now. You can ally with whoever, do battle with whoever, and so on, whereas Lore mode would be more restrictive. Say for example, there's not unlimited amount of steam tanks for the Empire, so there would be unit restrictions for those. I honestly just think that would be a nice thing to do as a narrative aspect. We're not going to talk about sieges because 1, we've already done a video regarding that, and 2, it's already been confirmed that it's going to be overhauled for Total War Warhammer 3, so fingers crossed about that. But for the last thing, I'd like to see a change to the movement system. So as it goes, in most cases you'll just see armies marching straight through their lands and just blitzing through. In Total War 3 Kingdoms you don't see it as often because whilst you're marching you can't replenish troops, even if you're in your own lands. It's kinda nitpicky of me, I know, but it just makes more sense for me. If an army is marching straight through the lands, it's obviously not got time to actually replenish its forces by recruiting. But that's what I'm hoping that Total War Warhammer 3 will take and learn from Total War 3 Kingdoms. What do you guys think? Is there anything else that I may have missed? Or is there anything else from any previous Total War game that you might want to see implemented in Total War Warhammer? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and let's start a bit of a discussion, shall we? But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description link below, we have various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Discord, where you can get in contact with the Great Book team and talk to us about anything Warhammer related, Total War related or hobby related, or just generally anything really. Also in the description link below is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using our special link and also using our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. Honestly, it's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to our patron Gibraltar LUSC for subscribing to us on our Fane level. Honestly mate, you're super cool. And a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing and commenting on the videos. Honestly, it's amazing to see the channel grow so quickly recently, and it's amazing being able to talk to Warhammer fans worldwide. It's actually a bit of a dream come true. Honestly, I'm really enjoying chatting to so many Warhammer fans, and I do apologize if I can't comment or reply to every single one of your comments. I've just been really busy at work lately with the whole pandemic issue. But with that, my friends, thank you for watching once again, and I shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.